Kooks Custom Headers has a unique process that goes into the development of each one of our headers and exhaust systems. It is this process that makes every Kooks product unique and what makes all of our products worthy of the name Kooks. The first step in our development process is to use our CMM arm to get the exact dimensions and specifications for each vehicle we do. After all the necessary data is obtained, we begin step 2, the design process. In this step, we use our 50 years of exhaust building experience to build the perfect exhaust system. Building headers and exhaust is a science in which we mix racing ingenuity and new age technology together to give the customer exactly what they're expecting when they receive a Kooks system. After the design of the headers are complete, time is spent on the dyno and on the track to ensure that enough power and the results are produced. Now we step into the 50,000 square foot manufacturing facility located in Statesville, North Carolina, where the headers and exhaust are 100% American made. All the material that we use comes from the mill in 20-foot lengths. It is here at the tube roll cutting machine that we cut the material to the correct lengths for each header primary tube. After we cut it, we roll it out to ensure perfect roundness. Once the tubes are cut, we enter the bending sector of our facility. It is here that one of our 6 CNC manual bending units is specially set up to run a certain tube diameter size. The manual bending we do ensures that each header primary tube will keep its ovality as it goes through our complete production process. Once the tube is bent, one of our bending technicians will take it out of the machine and place it into a fixture to confirm correct fitment. Now we are headed down the production line where all the magic happens. First step is that we take the tubes that came right off of our bending and we place them in the fixture. Every tube gets clamped down and then marked so that they are cut to the correct length. Once the tubes are all marked, the fabricator can then tack weld the flange to the pipes so that he can bring them to the bandsaw. We bandsaw our headers by hand, and it is up to the fabricator to make sure that they are cutting your headers at the perfect length. After the headers are cut, they are ready to be welded. We employ over 30 of the nation's top welders. Our welds look like works of art, and 90% of them are done by hand. Our fabricator is shown here TIG welding each exhaust port by hand. Enjoy, guys. After each port is welded, he will take the time to hand port the welds down to ensure a smooth transition for the cylinder head exhaust gases. Once the flanges are completely welded, our fabricator will begin to work on the collectors. Each one of our headers uses a high flow Venturi scavenging spike within the collector. He welds it around every tube to ensure it doesn't leak. Once the spike is welded in place, he will place the header back into the fixture to check accuracy. Now for one of the most challenging steps in building a Kooks header, welding the collector. Our collectors are welded with a MIG machine on a rotisserie style table that is foot controlled by the fabricator. The fabricator has to weld the collector in one complete circle without stopping. This is where our 50 years of header and exhaust building experience is really shown. With the collectors perfect, our fabricator can now do the finishing touches on these small block Chevy headers. The Kooks tag is TIG welded and is shown proudly on the outside of the header primary tube. When someone looks down into your engine compartment, we want them to know that you have the best. You have Kooks. Thank you for making Kooks Headers the leader in headers and exhaust systems for over 50 years, celebrating our 50th anniversary in 2012.